Everybody's the Digital World Podcast, and here's another article, and I'm gonna keep pushing at this because it's very important to be aware of these things. And here it says fire at UK France subsea power cable could trigger winter blackouts. Now you might ask why is this important? Why does it even matter? It's not affecting us where we live. This is somewhere else. Well, if anyone who's listening to this channel may be in that area, this is something probably to pay attention to. Not just that, what we can learn from it is, I think, that we're gonna see blackouts become more and more frequent, which we have, and at some point in time, it could happen where there's a major blackout and you don't have access to anything. And if it's during the winter and you have no energy to be able to, produce heat, that could be pretty serious. So this is a pretty serious thing. Here it says a fire subsea cable has dramatically reduced power imports from France until March. UK's National Grid PLC said, deepening the energy crisis that threatens winter blackouts for millions. Okay, so the UK is importing energy from France. And it says the timing couldn't be worse. Before the fire, the UK was already experiencing a 5-year low in spare winter capacity. Compound this with gas shortages and the lack of renewable energy resources, sending power prices on a record-breaking run. The country may experience grid chaos in the coming months. So can you imagine? The UK has this fire to the subsea cable that, would produce or be able to import energy from France. But now that cable's been shut off until March. And worse is that the gas shortages that are happening over there and the lack of renewable energy resources are making this situation even more dire. And we're entering into a winter period. What if they have record-breaking winter? And, they need this energy. But because of the heavy usage, prices are going up, or they may not have enough. There could be blackouts where we're like, yeah, we have to shut it down. Or something happens, the grid can't handle all of it. Folks, this is a serious situation. Here we see the prices are obviously going to jump up. And here's a quote: "If we don't start to remedy the situation, we're going to be facing blackouts this winter." Now, can you imagine what blackouts would be like in the winter, especially if it gets really cold? People be freezing. They won't have, if they don't have energy or any, blackouts is literally what it means. You won't be able to, your food could go bad. Let's say this blackout lasts a couple of days. People will have to depend on, if they have a propane tank or something like that. That's how you'll make your food, or, a generator. That's how you have to get your energy. So this is pretty serious. You won't have access to anything because everything is shut off. The electricity is gone. You don't have it. You won't be able to heat your home. If you have a fireplace, maybe you can buy some wood if there's enough wood for everyone in the UK, because people will definitely be trying to buy that. That's why it's important, folks, to think things ahead and be on top of it, because things like this, you may say it's never going to hit us, but you don't know that. You don't know that. We're in a very serious economic crisis worldwide, and this just happens to hit their power source. That cable that provided power from France, and their energy resources are pretty low. So something to think about here. It says imported power. France is the highest, or France imports UK's resource, and you see how much it imports in comparison to all these other countries. And so it says here the cable's total capacity will be shut off until March 2022. The shortages is expected to exacerbate power price volatility when peak demand is seen in the winter months. So looking at these kinds of things, you got to ask yourself, what does this mean for the population? If, and because, in Europe, there's been a lot of natural disasters. And the last thing you'd want is to have like a really, really cold winter where it puts some people's lives at stake. It's a pretty serious situation. And so that's why I always talk about, hey, if you have the ability to take some profits, think about ways that you can prepare for events like this, because it's become a major narrative. And I've been seeing a lot of blackouts throughout, the last 18 months. So nothing of that sort surprises me, and this is something I want to keep you guys aware of. I hope this episode has brought you some value. Like and subscribe, comment below, share this video. Let others be aware of this situation. And I want to hear your comments down in the section below. What do you think a blackout? What kind of crises do you think could arise from a blackout? Let me know in the comment section below. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.